On for months, and with me is a very special guest. She's known as the curry queen of Israel. She's responsible for making Indian food on Israeli soil very popular. Please meet Reena Pushkarna. We all know that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is a small eater. You are responsible for what Prime Minister eats here in Israel. Give us the inside details.
Firstly, I'm honored to cook for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I know him for the last few years, so I know his dietary needs. And we are making pure vegetarian and mostly North Indian, Gujarati fare, but there'll be some South Indian too. But everything being cooked for him in a separate kitchen.
What all are you cooking? Give us the menu. Give us the inside information about the menu.
As you know, we have to follow kashrut laws in Israel. So everything has to be kosher. So we are cooking out of the milk kitchens. There are milk and meat kitchens. And there is like a rabbi, a pandit that sits in the kitchen. And the security that is overseeing all what I'm doing together with my team. And what is happening is that everything has to have a kosher certificate. So if it's atta, if it is sabzi, if it is oil, olive oil, but it'll be all the fresh ingredients for the great man.
You're also, your team is cooking for the special dinner that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu hosts for Prime Minister Narendra Modi tonight. What would be there on the menu?
Well, as you know, Prime Minister Netanyahu is a good friend of our Prime Minister Modi and our Prime Minister Netanyahu, of course, because I belong to both the worlds. And Mrs. Netanyahu invited me to her house. And she said, what better way to welcome a friend than to have him have local Indian food. That means it's a welcome to Netanyahu's house with Indian food.
What kind of Indian food?
Okay. I'm going to have some street fare in the beginning with some golgappes and some idlis and a little bit of snacks. But it's going to keep very low key because I want them to concentrate on the dinner, which is going to be some sabzi korma, which is going to be some Kashmiri chawal, which is going to be some dal, maki dal. And because, as you know, the Netanyahus do have non-veg, but they've decided to have it all veg this time.
All right, so that is information for viewers back home.
That's right. Please make the same menu at home in India. And you will feel like you are at the reception, not the reception, the intimate dinner for Prime Minister Netanyahu and Prime Minister Modi.
Tell us more about this dinner, because you are a very important part of the entire, the setup that is being done there, the entire organization activities. So give us more details about this dinner. What else is going to be there? And also the reception at the airport.
Firstly, we have 80,000 Indian Jews in Israel who are really very keen to welcome Prime Minister Modi. And on his previous visit, he has met a few of them, and he's in awe of technology of Israel. And that's what I've been reading about, and that's what I always heard from him. And especially for the farmers in India, how to better their way of farming and grooming and economically boosting India. I think that's behind everything. It's always people to people. So the people of Israel today are waiting to welcome Prime Minister Modi from the airport to King David Hotel.
And there'll be a large number of Indians waiting here.
Yes. I'm a part of the 20-member team, which is being headed by the Indian Embassy. And we have the Indian diamond industry, the Bnei Israel Jews, the Kochini Jews, the Ben Menashe Jews, and the Iraqi Jews all coming together to have more than 10,000 people at the exhibition grounds tomorrow, where we will have and patiently wait to hear Prime Minister Modi address all Indians.
And here at the
community event, huge community event.
Here at the airport, national anthems will be played as soon as the Prime Minister lands. And an Indian origin singer, we believe, is singing.
Not at the airport. She's singing at the community event and, of course, at Mrs. Netanyahu's dinner.
Tonight?
Yes, tonight, which is really going to be, I think I'm going to be in tears seeing both of them sitting together in Jerusalem, in Prime Minister Netanyahu's home. And what better respect and what better honor can we give our Prime Minister from India and to simple Indians like me in Israel.
Well, by the way, Reena has been very much a part of history, and her restaurants in Tel Aviv have been a part of history, the Indian restaurants. Tandoori.
Yes, Tandoori.
The start of Oslo talks between the Palestinians and Israelis here, between Yitzhak Rabin and Yasser Arafat, began in your restaurant.
Began in my restaurant in Tel Aviv, and that time all the European newspapers quoted that peace talks heat up over hot curry. So I hope the same thing happens this time also. And the Indians are always known as Shanti people. So I hope they are able to bring in new life into these Oslo talks. This is one thing. And the second thing is Israelis love Indian food. Israelis love Indian food today. So we have few restaurants springing up. I teach Indian food on television. But apart from that, I was Prime Minister Sharon's guest on his delegation in 2003 to India. So I hope Prime Minister Netanyahu will also invite me to join his delegation.
We see a lot of excitement here among Indians, the Indian community. What are the expectations out of these talks? What are the expectations from this historic visit?
You know, it's more to do with the heart. There are not too many, politically, Indians are not involved here. You know, we are not politically involved. We are always looking for a lot of love and admiration. And this is, I think, what we are going to get from both the prime ministers. I think we leave the politics to the politicians, and we, Indians in Israel and local Israelis, shower both the prime ministers with love and affection, and good luck.
Thank you very much, Reena, for joining us in this wonderful conversation. It was great meeting you.
Shalom, and welcome back, and I hope you come back again for more important issues.
Thank you.